Hello, this is part 2 of a 3-part tutorial. This is how to make the ScripTweet authorized to use Google's APIs. Google's APIs are actually meant for developers, which means we need to get into developer console, which is a bit tricky. So let me show you how to do that. This is the ScripTweet copy that I copied earlier as in part 1. So this is part 2. So to get to the console, developers console, need to go into tools option here, script editor. Now this would throw up a lot of code. Don't be scared, I'm guiding you. So this is the code, lot of code here. Need to go into this menu here, resources, developers console project, and then click on this blue link here. I need to enable two specific Google APIs. One is URL shortener, the other one is Drive API. So to enable those APIs, I need to look for a panel which looks like this, which says enable Google APIs for use in your apps. So I need to look for a panel like this. It often gets moved about, so it may not be exactly in this position. It may be here, it may be there, it may be there somewhere, but it will still say that enable Google APIs for use in your apps, and the link, it would have a link like this, enable APIs. Click on that. That brings up developers console. First one I need is here, popular APIs, URL shortener API. I click on that, and then I need to click on this blue button here which says enable API. What am I enabling here? I am enabling the Google URL shortener API, which lets you create and manage GOO.gl short URLs and their analytics. Now this part is very important, analytics. Using Google's own URL shortener allows you to easily do Google Analytics on those URLs. For example, you use a link to your website deep into the menu structure or whatever. Your website may have hundreds or even thousands of pages. You take a URL, you use a shortened URL for tweeting using Google's URL shortener. It will give you an easy way to track who has clicked on it, how many people clicked, from which location they are there, and so on and so forth. So Google Analytics will be possible if you use this API. So let me enable that by clicking this blue button here. It says enabling, it says enabled. Okay, now I need to go back. I need to click on this arrow here and I should be careful enough not to click on this button. I should click here. Okay, let me click. Takes you back to developer console. Now I need to look for Drive API, which is here. Google Apps APIs, Drive API. I click on that. This allows me to create files within the drive. The ScripTweet tool would like to create a record of all the tweets it has tweeted, and then you may want to move the whole sheet of these records elsewhere. So for that, various functions are yet being developed, but we still need this API. So enable API. That is enabled. Again, click on that. So that brings us to the end of part 2, where I enabled a couple of Google APIs. So close this tab, close this here, close this tab which may be having scary code for you, close this. We are back to the ScripTweet tool spreadsheet. So that is part 2.